it's Jess from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with my 2020 releases that I'm most anticipating that are independently published. So I will go ahead and link down below my traditionally published 2020 releases. They are all romance, and I took a while though to compile this list because really we only have the first few months of the year that releases have been announced. Typically indie authors publish at least 3 novels a year and they wait until like a month before to announce them. So I have a handful here and I'm gonna do my best to do it by month, but I'm awful at figuring that out. So some of them also don't have release dates. So a lot of them don't have covers either, but I'm gonna get to the releases I'm most anticipating of independently published romances of 2020. The first one I think we are all screaming about comes out I think on the 14th, and that is Credence by Penelope Douglas. This one's a new Penelope Douglas book that I am freaking out about because it is not in any of her series and it is new. I don't know if it's a standalone or a beginning of a series, but this is about a girl who has pretty much grown up in boarding schools and then I think her parents die, and so her only living relative is a stepfather, and she has to move into the mountains with her stepfather and his 2 sons, and she falls in love with her stepbrother. Penelope Douglas is amazing, and this girl's 17. She's like 2 months shy of 18, so we'll see how I like that. I typically don't like know-it-all that much anymore, but I'm obsessed with Penelope Douglas and everything she writes, and I don't care what age they are. I'm obsessed with her books, so I am so excited for this book. I can't even tell you. The next book I want to share, it does not have a cover, but it is early 2020, and I'm hoping for a January release, but that is After the Fall by Gianna Darling. That is book 4 in the Fallen Men series. She has not released who it's about. I know who it's about, but I can't tell you, and I am dying for this book. They're motorcycle romances. I've loved the first 3. Gianna Darling is one of my favorite authors. I just love her so much, so I cannot wait for book 4. It's gonna be so good, but it's gonna be out soon, hopefully. So yeah, that's all I can say, but I'm very excited for this book. The next 2 are out in January. The first one's January 16th, the next one is January 30th, and they also do not have covers, but that is Fighting for Rain and Dying for Rain by B.B. Easton. These are books 2 and 3 in the Praying for Rain series. Praying for Rain was book 1. Pre-apocalyptic, so these are gonna be post-apocalyptic because like the date arrives that the world's gonna end. So they've all been having these like visions and dreams that the world's gonna end on this day in April. So like the world's gone in mayhem. Like if you hear the world's gonna end, everyone's gonna go bonkers. So this girl and this guy meet, and it's about them surviving, and we were supposed to have book 2 sometime like in the late fall, but now she's releasing them right after one another, which I think I do prefer, because after that cliffhanger of book 1, at least if book 2 is a cliffhanger, we only have to wait 2 weeks. So I'm super excited for that one. Love B.B. Easton. So excited it's coming out in January. The next one actually comes out very soon, and it is January 3rd, and that is Hearts and Thorns by Ella Fields. I read my first Ella Fields book in 2019, and I actually really enjoyed it. So I haven't read the series, but it can be read as a standalone, and all I know is that they are each other's best friend and worst enemy, and it's a stepbrother new adult romance. So following the whole Penelope Douglas train, this is a stepbrother romance. Those were super popular a couple years back, but we'll see how this one goes. I read Serenading Heartbreak by her, which was a love triangle. So I want to read more from her, and I want to try this out. Now it's book 3 like I said, but it does say it's a standalone, so I'll be okay reading this. Now this next one, I could be wrong that it comes out in January. I read that somewhere, and that's The Guy in the Middle by Kate Stewart. She came out with The Guy on the Right and The Guy on the Left in 2019. I've only read The Guy on the Right, and it was amazing. The Guy on the Left I'm gonna read like this weekend, so I'm very excited for that, and I don't even know who The Guy in the Middle would be about because I haven't read the second book yet. I heard January, but The Guy on the Left just released in November, I think, so I'd be very surprised if she whip that out in 2 months. But I mean, if her series is doing so well, I wouldn't be surprised if she's trying to get it out quickly. So we'll see. But they are college new adult romances. Book 1 is A Friends to Lovers, book 2 is A Second Chance, and I don't know what book 3 is, but I'm excited. So the next one is coming out in winter 2020, and it is another Charlie Rose book, which I'm very excited for because I think we maybe got 2 Charlie Rose books this year, but not a lot, and I do think she wrote an anthology as well. But it is Tell Me Pretty Lies, and I don't know what it's about. I can't find it on Goodreads, but it's coming in the winter of 2020. So it's coming out in January, February. So I'm ready for another Charlie Rose. I'm on her ARC review team, so I will get an early copy, but I can't tell you what it's about. She does write really angsty, good romances, typically new adult, so I'm guessing this is new adult, but we'll see. We're getting this in February, and it is Angry God by L.J. Shen. This is book 3 in the All Saints series, and it is Vaughn's story, and now it is speculated who his love interest will be. I think we all hope it is it someone's sister from book 2? I don't remember. He had a really funny bantering relationship with another character, and I don't know if that's actually who he's gonna be with, but it is Vaughn's story. These are angsty new adult romances. I liked book 1. I liked book 2 better than book 1, but I gave them both 4 stars, so I think everybody's highly anticipating. I signed up for the arc. We'll see if I get it. I was denied book 1 and book 2, so hopefully they'll accept me once for one of her books, but yeah. Very excited for that. Okay, so I have the Instagram page pulled up. There was an announcement today for L.J. Shen's other series that she's dropping. I'm going out of order now. I'm sorry, I have to because I'm on the topic of L.J. Shen. She is starting a new series, and it is the, I don't remember what series this is called. It's gonna be 3 books, and the first book is called The Hunter and the Prey. So she dropped a teaser cover, and it's not the actual cover, but it's from the same photo shoot. And this says, step into the corrupt elite universe of Boston's most rich and famous. Book 1 is coming into spring 2020, and it says Hunter Fitzpatrick is trouble, but trouble tastes so good. So we have 3 books that are going to be in it, and that's all I know. I'm excited because I think Chandler from Chandler Ainsley was talking about this, how her standalones are very hit or miss, and I typically don't enjoy her standalones as much as I enjoy her series. So the fact that she's starting a new series and this whole like elite men is very popular with her, so hopefully I'll enjoy this. I think I will. Everybody's gonna be obsessing over it because everybody's obsessed with everything she writes, so I'm guessing she's gonna release all 3 books in that series this year on top of Angry God, possibly. At least 2 of them though. She might be writing a standalone too, but she's got a lot of books coming out in 2020, and we'll see how they are. Okay, so for the rest of these, there's literally no covers for anything, but we do have Nightfall by Penelope Douglas coming out sometime in 2020. She does not ever reveal release dates until super close to when she actually drops the book. So Nightfall is book 4 in the Corrupt series, and it is going to be Will's book, and Will is kind of like the forgotten of the 4. I feel like he's very damaged, and we all love Michael from book 1, we love Kai from book 2, and we learned to love Damon in book 3, and Will has just always been on the peripheral, except for he did get a lot more in Damon's book. So we will see how Will's story turns out. I'm excited. I just love this series so much, and I'm surprised with Penelope. She's been writing it for like 2 or 3 years now, I want to say. When did Corrupt come out? This came out in 2015, so she has been writing this series for 4-5 years now, and there's only 3 books out. So granted, she has come out with some standalones. She is also writing a spin-off series for the Fall Away series, which is Bully, and I feel like it's gonna be reminiscent of the All Saints series by All Saints High series by L.J. Shen, because the All Saints High series is a spin-off of her Vicious series. I forget what that's called. And it's like the kids generation, and she's doing that with Bully. And now she did have a short story / novella of the kids, I want to say. Penelope Douglas did, and so people are dying for the books in that series, and she's gonna write them, but she likes to take her time with her books, which is totally fine. I think we're all really spoiled though by like the L.J. Shens in the indie community who pump out like 4 books a year. Penelope writes I think 2 a year, so that's fantastic. I know writing a book is a long process, but we have to be more patient with Penelope Douglas because she is a normal person who, well, normal actually is like 1 book a year. Traditionally published authors publish a book a year. Indie authors are writing like 4 books a year. So Penelope's in the middle, so it's fine, but I'm very excited for new books from everybody. Sometime in 2020, we are also getting Queen Move by Kennedy Ryan, which is going to be Kimba's story from the Kingmaker series, and it is a second chance romance. So I don't know if it's going to be Kimba with the guy that she met in, was it Prague they were in when they were studying abroad? She like kind of had a fling with one of the main guy character's friends. So I don't know if it's going to be like like that second chance or not, and I'm interested to see when it starts because Kingmaker spans like 10 years. So is Kimba gonna have a storyline from 10 years ago and now, or is it just gonna be now? I don't know, but I'm excited for that as well. We also have book 4 in the Becker Brothers series coming out in March, and that is Old Fashioned, and it is the oldest brother's book. I don't remember his name right now. I'm blanking on his name, but I'm pretty sure he's the oldest brother. He's the football coach, and he is gonna fall for the new football trainer at the high school, who I believe just got divorced. It was definitely hinted at in book 3, Manhattan, and Manhattan literally just released last week, but I'm already excited for book 4. Manhattan I think was my least favorite in the series because it was a new adult and the rest of the series is adult, and I love Candy's adult romances, so I am dying for Old Fashioned. It does come out March 19th, which is very, very exciting. It's gonna be around spring break for me. It's probably like the week before spring break, so I'll be able to devour that book, and I'm very excited. They are small town romances about 4 brothers who all love their mother dearly, and their dad died in some tragic accident at the distillery, because they all work for the distillery except for the oldest brother, so it's gonna be good. Speaking of Candy, she also did reveal she revealed all of her 2020 plans like a couple weeks ago, and Ritual is coming out in July, literally like 2 days before my birthday, and that is book 5 in the PSU series. It is book 5 in the Palm South University series, which is a mix of Greek and Gossip Girl. They are, like I just said, I don't like her new adult books, but I love this series because it's so different and so addicting, and they are fraternity romances. It's fraternity and sorority. There's all these girls and guys. We follow a bunch of different characters. We get all their perspectives, and they all go to Palm South University. And there's lots of drama going on. You have your favorite characters. You have your mean girls. You have your sweet guys. You have your bad boys. You have everything. You have love triangles. You have second chances, and it's so good. Book 5 comes out in July, so you guys all have the rest of the 7 months to binge books 1 through 4 because they're amazing. Go pick them up, and I can't wait for the next book to come out. We also have Famine by Laura Thalassa releasing in 2020. This is book 3 in her 4 Horsemen series. We had Pestilence, we had War, and now we're having Famine. I haven't finished War yet, so I don't even know if they mentioned Famine at all, but these are all apocalyptic books. Like, they're coming in to destroy the world, so that's all I can say. The next book is King of the South by Callie Reed. I tried so hard to find a release date, but I couldn't, so if you know when this is coming out, please let me know. This is the spin-off of the Surviving Trace series, which is a time-traveling romance, and it is the brother of the guy, Etienne, from the past, and I love him. I think it's Langston. I don't remember his name, but I have to finish book 3 still, so I'm behind on my series. But these are so good. I don't even know what the premise of this book is gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be in the past, if there's any time traveling at all, if we're gonna see Etienne and Serene? I don't remember her name. Her name is Serene, and I'm so excited. I don't know anything about it, but I love this series so much. I have time to catch up on book 3, which I really need to see how it all ends, and then see what the spin-off series is gonna be. And the last one also does not have a release date, but it is from Ella Mays, who was one of my favorite authors I read in 2019. It is Charlie, Love, and Cliches. I have no idea what that's about. I think she said it was a character from one of her previous books. I've only read 3 of her books though, so I don't know, and it doesn't have anything about it, but I am dying for another Ella Mays book after reading Marriage for One, so I'm excited to read that and see what it's all about. So those are the books that I could find off the top of my head of my favorite indie authors. I just went to my favorite indie authors pages to find out these releases, and I follow them on Instagram, so I'm seeing them all the time. If you have any others you're excited about, please let me know. I do end up reading a lot more releases from other authors that I just don't know yet because I'm not like super hardcore fangirls of them, but I do see them like around. If they're getting good reviews or not, I'll pick them up, but these are just my favorite authors that I'm dying for these books to come out from, so yeah. I'm excited. Let me know who you're excited for, what you're excited for down below so I can check it out too, and that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.